think I got it this time. Somebody let me know if I got it this time. Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me go back here. Go here. Go here.
You've been screaming since we seen the video.
All right. All right. I think I'm good now. Can you hear me, Robert? I should be good. Let me look. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I should be good. All right, come on in, y'all. Come on in. I should be good. Yeah, I was coming back. It's been all week. And for whatever reason, and I'm dealing with this new restream thing, I might have to go back to the old one. Um, but nah, I'm not gonna go back to the old one. I'm gonna figure this one out. Hopefully over the weekend. I think I got some time over the weekend, but I'm gonna figure this one out. Um, but come on in here, say hello to me. Uh, I think I'm only gonna be here till about 4:30 because I have a 5 o'clock appointment. So I'm gonna be here till probably about 4:30, 4:45 maybe, and that'll be pushing it. That'll really be pushing it. Um, this is the new and improved afternoon experiment. The new and improved afternoon experiment. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but I learn. Like, I love to learn. I do. I absolutely love to learn. And so, um, I'm not chasing no Instagram viewers, but I love to learn. And I learned something over the past week that I bring into, because I try when I learn stuff to kind of implement it into the program. All right. So here's what I learned this week. I learned number one, facts ain't really that important. Facts ain't really that important. As long as you saying something or somebody is saying something, it doesn't matter. The veracity of the information given is not that important. Just that it is information that you're using to build your argument off of. So it don't have to be a fact. So I'm telling you, I'm turning over a new leaf. If somebody calls in here and they say 2 plus 2 is 7, I'm not correcting them. We just gonna roll like 2 plus 2 is 7. Because facts don't matter. It's not that important. It's not that important. So that's one thing I learned. Another thing that I learned is that correcting people is bad and negative. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to correct anybody. If you call in here and you give out bad information, even if I know it's bad information, I'm not correcting it. I'm going to just let it be what it is because I don't want to be negative. Something else I learned, I'm 5'2". I learned that I'm 5'2". So I'm going to stop saying that I'm 5'5". I'm 5'2". So from now on, I'm 5'2". Here's what else I learned. Entertainment is bad. And I've always said that my goal was, more than anything, I just want people to think. And so I'm going to say some stuff, may or may not be factual. Facts don't matter. So I'm going to say stuff that may or may not be factual. I'm going to base my arguments on that stuff that may or may not be factual. We will not We will not laugh. We will not enjoy this show at all. Nothing entertaining is going to happen here. Period. All right? Um and then we're going to move on cuz we're not arguing. We are not arguing about anything. I'm going to say what I say and that's going to be it. Period. Just the way it's going to be. As black people, we worry too much about entertainment and being right and having good information that's factual, like actually factual. That's all wrong. That's all wrong. So let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. I have a few things that I want to talk about. I think technically I brought some receipts. I think so. I think technically in 2024, what I have is considered receipts. So let's get into the show. I'm still going to say hello to people because that's not entertaining. That's not entertaining. So let's get into it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put the number down here. All right. Phyllis, good afternoon. Good afternoon. See, this thing is messing me up. Come on. DeWanda, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Robert, good afternoon, Robert. Preston says welcome back. Or no, he said we back. I'm sorry, I thought he said welcome back. Yes, we back. Good afternoon. And please take note the lack of excitement in my voice. No, I'm not riffing on anything anybody have to say. Like if y'all bring a thought into my head with something that y'all say, it's not important. Not gonna do it because that might be entertaining. And I'm not here to be. Shannon C says yes. Yes. Sea Breeze, good afternoon. Sea Breeze refreshed 5011 times. Didn't think you were coming back. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff that I had to do. Everything disconnect. So I had to try and think, is this entertaining? I'm not sure that I'm going to tell the process. That feels a little entertaining. Let's see. Oh, Robert. Oh, Shannon was saying, yes, she could hear me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Regina saying you're on. Sea Breeze saying I can hear you. Preston saying YouTube good. Anthony giving me the thumbs up. Good afternoon to all of you. Regina representing Madisonville. Regina's here. Lewis in the house representing Sharonville. Lewis is here. Brent. Good afternoon. Jack says, because I learned this week too. There's something else that I learned. I learned this week that apparently Officer Orlando Smith beat me up or roughed me up or something. I've heard that at least 3 times this week from 3 different people. I heard it more because I heard it multiple times from some people or from at least one guy. But I've heard from at least 3 different people that Orlando Smith beat me up. And I didn't know that had happened. So apparently I got beat up by Orlando Smith. That's what people saying. Who am I to correct people? It must be true. And Jack was one of the ones who said it. He roughed me up. And Jack, thank you for informing me of that. We got Logic Slayer in the house. Logic Slayer, good afternoon. Good afternoon. DeWanda, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Brent says 1 × 1 = 2. Okay. Ron says I have him pulling over. Oh, I don't want to do that. I mean, unless you need to pull over, then please do what's best for you. Kimberly, good afternoon. good afternoon. Seabreeze says, all seriousness all the time, no fun. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can't be being, having fun. That's like entertainment. And entertainment is bad. Um, Scott, representing West Walnut Hills, good afternoon. Terry, representing downtown, good afternoon. Jack says, I always do. Whether I believe it or not, it must be true. So apparently, whatever he's talking about, I always do. Seabree says, as a listener at work, I appreciate the entertaining energy of the shows. I don't know what to tell you. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm a new man. Regina. Regina's already laughing. Oh, that means I have to get even more serious. I apologize. Staban, good afternoon. Brent says, so we can line like a, I don't know what that word is. I don't know what that word is. Brenda, good afternoon. Brenda's representing Fairfield. Lewis says, I like this podcast. I think you're going to like it even more. It's the new improved. We ain't getting white crime reports, so sure, go for it. All right. LaDonna, good afternoon. LaDonna representing Price Hill. Tria says, no arguing. What am I here for then? Stop trying to make me laugh. That would be in the realm of entertaining. Not here to be entertaining. Crystal, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Jeannie in the house. Good afternoon, Jeannie. Good afternoon. Andrea, representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon. Carolyn, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Maria, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Blade wants me to stop crying. I didn't know I was crying, but if you say I was, I must be. Let's see. Lewis, this is CK checking in from 8 Track Depot in Fairfield. I don't know what that means, but good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Valerie says, grand day, powerful royal people. Grand day to you as well. Kimberly, I don't know if I like the new Emanuel Livingston. I don't know what to tell you. Serious, not entertaining. Is that 5'2" or with or without platform shoes? I'm not sure. I have to check. Dwayne, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dwayne. Is it Reevy? Reevy Jones? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got Tria in the house. Good afternoon, Tria. She's representing Columbia Township. Lamont also says, Grand Day, Royal People. Grand day to you as well. Let me see. I already got. Sea Breeze says, so it's petty as hell Friday. If you say it is, then it must be. What's happening? Hi, everybody. I'm saying hi to people. That's it. I'm just saying hi to people. Jerica says, you're here. I am. Daryl says, it's been months since I've caught an episode. Lucky for you, this is the new and improved afternoon experiment. The new and improved. Ben, representing Southwest Pleasant Ridge. Good afternoon. David. David, good afternoon. He's representing some secret location. I think this is it. Did I get everybody? Wait a minute. Hold on. Carolyn says, who done pissed him off? Nobody. I'm not upset, even a little bit. Who hurt you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I apologize. I missed something. Why are you turning serious? Because this is the way that we're supposed to be. We can't progress as a community, as people, if we're laughing. We can't. So, Nat, good afternoon, representing the West Side. West Side. Ibadathia, good afternoon. Wait a minute. Emmanuel, look at what I tagged you in. What do you have to say now? Let me guess. They are not majority owners, so it don't count. I don't know. I have to look and see what you tagged me on. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Uh, all right. Hold on. Let me. Daryl. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You say you miss me. Shout me out too. Good afternoon. Uh, what happened? You sound like you've been crying. I've not been crying. I've not been crying. Is Little Baby considered entertainment? She brings a lot of joy. Joy, entertainment, off the table. Let me see. Let me see. I think that's about it. Everybody else is just doing comments. Crystal, I think I said Crystal. If I didn't, good afternoon. T. Mikey G, good afternoon. I see Erica in the house representing Reading. Good afternoon. Uh, I think that's about it. I think I got everybody. Well, welcome to the show. This is the new and improved afternoon experiment. Again, I'm gonna lay down the rules and then we're gonna take off. You can be entertaining. I'm not here to be entertaining. My goal is to get people to think. I don't. I if you call in and give out non-factual information, that's fine. I will not correct it. Okay. Ben, yes, no cussing. No cussing. Well, you can cuss. I don't cuss. But y'all can cuss. I don't cuss. So I will not be arguing with anyone. I will not be correcting anyone. The information I give out may or may not be factual. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. And what my aim is today is to address a few issues that have been kind of spreading around. See, because I keep hearing people, and I don't necessarily want to talk about politics, but I'm going to bring up politics. But I want to talk about politics. So, I keep hearing about how all of these black people are turning to Trump. It's a thing that everybody who wants us to vote for Trump keeps telling us. And I'm not here to correct them. They may be telling the truth. They may be telling the truth. But nobody's exploring. I hear all these different people, right? Because I listen to a lot of different things. Y'all know I listen to Lincoln. Y'all know I listen to 700. So I listen to Cunningham. I listen to, what's his name? Scott Sloan. When Dan Carroll was filling in, I listened to him. I listened to, of course I listened to Wyatt. I only say, of course, I listen to Wyatt because y'all will see me like literally have Wyatt on sometimes when I start the show. So, of course, I listen to Wyatt. I listen to different shows, typically on YouTube. I don't usually catch them live, but I'll catch clips of people talking about issues. And there is this thing, this movement to convince, I'm going to say me, to convince me. I don't know if they're trying to convince you, but I feel like they're trying to convince me that black people are going to vote for Trump. It's going to be a big number of black people voting for Trump. Black people ain't voting Democrat. They're going to vote for Trump. And that may be true. Again, I'm not here to correct anybody. Might be true. Trump might get 70% of the black vote, for all I know. If somebody says it, as far as I'm concerned, it might be true. I won't correct it. I won't even argue it. But nobody's talking about the fact that there's a whole lot of white people that ain't gonna vote for Trump. Well, everybody already knows that. There's a lot of white. What about Republicans? What about Republicans? There's a lot of white Republicans who don't, it's not that they don't like him personally. They may not. But it's not that they don't like him personally. They think he's a horrible person. Oh, I got a call coming in, and for whatever reason, I can't hear. There we go. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Ron?
I couldn't get to this store fast enough. What in the hell is wrong with you?
Did you say that you couldn't get to the... I'm sorry, I'm asking questions. And I also know that asking questions for clarification is negative. So I don't want to do that. So go ahead.
No. Well, I said, what in the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Why are you tripping?
I don't think that I am.
Well, what's this all about?
I'm doing a show, sir.
Oh, man, you gonna make me go all this around the world. Why are you doing all this?
Hold on. Someone says that the call volume is really loud. Let me see if I can correct that. With this new system here, I can no longer see, they've changed so much stuff. I can no longer see the volume as it goes out. So I can't, I have to figure out how to fix the volume and all of that kind of stuff. So if y'all watching, y'all let me know once the mix is good in terms of the volume. Okay, sorry about that, Ron. You go ahead.
No, that's no problem. Now, I mean, what's all this about? I missed it.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, sir.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not asking no questions and all this stuff. What's the new show about?
It's just a show. It's just a show.
No. Okay, let me ask it another way. So, how come you not asking no questions?
That's negative.
How come you not?
I don't want to be negative.
Who told you that?
I just know that it's negative. To ask clarification questions, to correct facts that are not actual facts, to do all of that's negative. No negativity here.
You look,
Mr. D.
Huh?
I'm certain that you called in. You might have a point that you'd like to make about something. So please go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing.
I'm doing technically this ain't a podcast. I'm just live streaming and I'm sharing my thoughts and opinions on topics that I feel are relevant.
Okay. You tripping. So, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So, somebody told me, addressed me. It was Prophet, Anthony Prophet. He addressed me talking about conspiracy theories and all that other stuff. And he didn't get that from nobody but you. And I want you to tell me what conspiracy theory that I told you.
I'm not sure where someone else got their information. Now, only since you asked, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said it a lot of times too, and you said I'd be searching the dark web,
yes.
And you know that's not true. And you know, I'm just wondering where that's coming from, and I want to know what conspiracy theory that I told you, because I'm sure it was just my opinion, I ain't told you no conspiracy theories with nothing I couldn't prove. I
Um,
just, you know,
well, I'll answer. I believe I have believed in the past that
okay.
you somehow got a little too deep into when I say the dark web, really what I'm saying. Because I don't.
No, no, you said the dark web, so it's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. So you saying I didn't search the dark web. You know that I did, right?
I was going to explain, but if you'd rather talk, I'll let you do that.
No, I go ahead and explain.
Okay. Now, when I'm talking about the dark web, I'm being hyperbolic there because I don't really know how to access the dark web. I know it's an actual thing. So when I'm talking
Yeah,
about you've been on the
but
dark web, when I've said
you
that in the
said I
past,
didn't.
what I meant was you get on a lot of sites that give, I'm
No,
going to call it alternative points of view that
what
don't
what
seem
site?
reasonable to me.
What sites do you know that I get on that seem unreasonable to you?
Okay, I'm not sure what sites you get on, but
Well, no, you said, you said I get on the dark web because I'm addressing it because people repeating it because you said it. So you said I told you conspiracy theory. You said I be on the dark web, and now you said I get on these websites that uh, that spread alternative facts. What websites are you talking about?
okay, I thought I answered that when I said I'm not 100% certain what websites you get on, but I
So
can.
so 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 you just saying that you're not basing it on the truth. You're not basing it on facts. I said you said facts don't matter, but
That's
you're
true.
not basing it on the facts. You're not basing it on no truths or nothing. You just spreading information about me that's just not true.
Well, if you say that,
And
I'm
and,
not
and
going to
people
argue
and
with you.
and and people are regurgitating that.
If
But
you
but
say that as
I
well, I'm not going to argue with you.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
again,
I
if you'd like me to finish my answer, I will, or I cannot, and just you can just keep
oh,
talking.
go ahead and
That's
finish.
fine.
Go ahead and finish your answer.
Okay. But some of the information that you give out, such as there's gonna be two terrorist attacks
No,
before
no,
the
that
election,
was my
and
opinion. That was my opinion. That was my opinion.
it
That
was
was my
act.
opinion. That was my opinion based on what I see,
Okay,
what I
it
know.
okay, it was something that you guaranteed, and you also said based on what you
Uh huh.
were reading and the information that you're seeing, there will
Uh
not be
huh.
an election this year
No,
for
I did.
president.
I did. That again was my opinion. What the hell? Don't, and like I said, man, like I said, people are regurgitating that shit, and then you just flat out lying on me.
What
How
lie
in the
did I
hell? I
tell?
didn't. You just told me that based upon something that I read, I I told you that it wouldn't be an election. That is factually inaccurate, and I know facts don't matter, but
They don't.
that's a fucking lie. That's a
Uh,
fucking lie.
if you say
And
it's
I gave you my opinion. I gave you my opinion based upon what I see and what I know, and based upon that word that y'all, study on church on Sunday.
no, you've just
You
said it.
know, well, I said it. It was my opinion, and like I said, people are regurgitating that shit, and they fucking lying. And I mean, be fair, be fair. I mean, I ain't telling you that you getting your information from this, that, and the other. No, I ain't do that shit. I just get my information, and I base that shit up. I base my opinions on that.
Exactly.
I
That would actually
I don't
be.
get no.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't do no dark web shit. It ain't no conspiracy theory. Look, just like a New Hampshire House Bill. What was it? New Hampshire House Bill 1700. That is a House bill. That ain't no fucking conspiracy. That's actual, factual. You know when I told you they was seeing the clouds and all that shit, and told you to read it, and you didn't read the rest of it, and then you didn't come back and explain like I told you about all the rest of that shit. LBJ saying that these Negroes are getting too uppity. I'll have these niggers voting Democrat for the next 200 years. No, you ain't. That was factual. I read that. I read that from every piece of information that I could get.
If you said that you read it,
I read it.
I'm sorry.
I read it. Yeah, but I read it. But you will say, "Oh, that's a conspiracy theory." Oh, I don't know. That's true. It ain't true. All that old type shit. But then, I get my information, and I get my information from the sites you go to. I guarantee, and the sites I go to. You can use the YouTube, but I can't. I mean, that's that. Like I said, be fair.
Do you want me to answer any of these questions?
People are regurgitating this shit, and that's just a lie. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, you've said during what you just said, multiple times you said, I based that on the information that I read. So to say that you're not basing your opinions on information that you read, to just turn around and say that I base my opinions on the information that I read.
I know exactly what I said, and people know exactly what I said. And what's the trippy is, how the fuck do you get information? How the fuck? And I had to check on this a couple of weeks ago. How the fuck do you get information? You don't read? You don't read? You don't read?
Are you actually asking me a question?
You don't use that pocket brain that you have, which is called a phone, and access all the information that you can access.
I don't know if you're actually asking me a question that I'm supposed to answer. I'm not sure.
No, it's rhetorical.
Okay.
It's rhetorical. Because you do the same thing I do. But you spread the information that you want to spread. I spread the information that I want to spread. And you base my opinion upon that, upon what I've read and what I've experienced. And then, and like I said, it's not fair when I see people regurgitating all that shit that you and your brother say about me, and then y'all can't explain no shit I don't say that like that.
I can't speak for my brother. I can only speak for me. And right now I can't speak for me because I want to be respectful of you and give you an opportunity to say everything that you want to say. It seems to me that you don't actually want to hear the explanation. You just want to talk. So I'm going to allow you to talk.
Go ahead.
Are you saying go ahead to me and explain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
When your information, wherever you get it from, because I don't know where you get it from, when your information leads you to conclusions like there's gonna be 2 terrorist attacks before the election,
that was my opinion.
Wanted me to answer.
That was my opinion. Don't you just twisting that shit up again.
Well, sir, you said just a few minutes
opinion.
ago that you base your opinions on the information that you have, and you get that information from, you said, that pocket brain, the brain in your pocket or whatever.
When I got saved, the Bible says hide the word in your heart, so I know it. So that I don't have to read. That I don't have to read. So I can see where everything is going, and I can see. Boy, look, don't. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, boy. Look.
Is it really my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And when the information that you get lead you to the conclusion that there will be no election this year, when you
I ain't I didn't read that. I didn't read. Don't say that. I didn't read it. That was my opinion based upon what I see. Now don't say that shit.
you said it,
Don't,
I
don't
didn't say
no,
it.
no,
I'm
I
just
didn't
saying
know.
what you said. You said you are basing those opinions on information that you get.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
You
that.
did. I think you've said it 3 times, at least 3 times during this conversation.
I get information from that pocket brain, like I said, like everybody else that got sick. But like I said, I have my own opinions based upon you. It's a trip. You go to church every Sunday, right?
Yes.
Or about go to church every Sunday.
Yes.
So what do you believe what they teach?
Sometimes.
Do you believe what they teach?
Sometimes.
The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto thee. So, do you just take that little book, or do you seek? Do you seek the information? Do you seek hidden information?
Mr. D, I don't understand the conflict that you seem to be having with me, because I'm not having one with you. I don't understand the conflict that you seem to be having. May I speak uninterrupted for just a moment?
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, but you just lighten me up, man. Go ahead.
Look, sir, you base your opinions that you share with me on the information that you get. So if your opinions end up being questionable, I have to question the information that you got. I'm not saying that you're wrong. For all I know, there will be 2 terrorist attacks and there won't be an election. And LBJ actually said that quote, and there's a recording of him saying it. For all I know, that could be 100% true.
Go ahead.
But based on the information that I get and that I think most people get, none of that is verifiable. But it's not just. It's in your mind. It is so resolute. Even though other people who maybe, if we're reading the same information, how did it become so resolute in your mind when it's nowhere near resolute in mine?
Did you check it?
Yes.
You check it?
Yes.
Go ahead and Google it.
I did. I did.
So it wasn't public record that he said that.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question.
It wasn't public record.
What do you think was? What are you asking? If it was public record,
that LBJ statement.
No, it is not.
So, if people Google it and research it, they won't find nowhere that LBJ said that.
They will find a quote attributed to him, but no, they won't have a recording of him saying it. No, they will not.
But you Emanuel, you full of shit. You my brother, but you full of shit sometimes. Bye. I gotta go.
Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sorry. I don't know why he's upset with me. I didn't argue with him. I didn't say anything that he said was not factual. As a matter of fact, I gave room for it to be factual. I'm not challenging you. I'm not arguing with you. Not going to do it. And if you have a recording of LBJ saying that, I'll listen to it. You could even fake it. Because, you can go online. They have sites where you can go on and people do celebrity impressions or impersonations. And you can have someone impersonate LBJ saying that direct quote, put some, I call it sizzle, but, some little crackling or something like that to make it sound like an old recording. And then you could win me over. But no, there's no, to my knowledge, and apparently to most people's knowledge, there is no actual recording. That is a quote that has been attributed to him. Just like y'all hear, if the world ends, I want to be in Cincinnati because everything happened 10 years later or 20 years later or whatever the quote is, which it actually does change from time to time, and how that's attributed to Mark Twain. There are a lot of experts who say that's not an actual quote. It's not, or at least it's not an actual Mark Twain quote. And they say, I actually watched a show about it, and maybe I'll pull it up one day if I can re-find it. I watched a show about quotes attributed to people that there's no proof that the person actually said it, and that was one of them. But you can't convince some people that Mark Twain didn't say that. And of course, I would never try to convince anyone of anything because that's negative. But you can't convince people that Mark Twain didn't say that, although there's no actual proof that he did. So if the question, I believe, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me. I just can't correct anyone else. If the question was, why do I say the things that I say about, the dark web and conspiracy theories and all of that kind of stuff? If you tell me, I base my opinions on the information that I get, and the information that you get leads you to opinions like there's not going to be an election this year because Joe Biden is going to use the war powers clause to stop elections. I think you got that information from somewhere. Because you would say, I base my opinions on the information that I receive. And that's a very specific something. So if you didn't read that somewhere, or read some information that led you to that conclusion, of course, the question that I would have had in the past, I'm not asking this question now because it doesn't matter where you get information from or whether that information is correct. Facts don't matter. But it would have led me in the past to say, okay, if the things that you read did not lead you to that extreme opinion, what led you to that extreme opinion? Because I think that's an extreme opinion that there won't be an election. And the way that they'll stop there from being an election is Joe Biden will use the War Powers Act or clause or whatever it is. That's kind of extreme. What leads you to believe that? I think is, or at least would have been, a fair question. I'm not asking that question because it doesn't matter. You said there won't be an election. I accept that that's the information that you have. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm just trying to answer your question of me. That's it. Now, where was I before Ron D called? Um, People trying to convince people that black people are going to vote for Trump. But no one is actually talking about all of the white people and Republicans that are not going to vote for Trump. Somehow it seems like to people it's a big ordeal. And ooh, everything is shifting. Everything is shifting. See, black people not voting for Trump this time. Black people not gonna vote for Trump. I mean, black people not gonna vote for Biden. They gonna vote for Trump. But nobody's talking about Republicans who aren't gonna vote for Trump. And why that is. And it's gloom and doom. If a Democrat talks about Trump being a bad guy, we shouldn't talk about Trump being a bad guy. We should only talk about the greatness of Joe Biden. I've never known that to be the way people vote. In my lifetime, that's not been the way people vote. That's why candidates run negative ads against their opponent. They don't just run ads saying, hey, I'm great. Hey, I'm the best. Hey, I'm this. The days of I like Ike were long gone by the time I was born. Long gone. They ran negative ads against Bill Clinton to try to get elected. They ran negative ads against Barack Obama. They ran negative ads against George W. Bush. Like everybody run. Y'all remember there was this guy named Mike Dukakis? They ran negative ads about Mike Dukakis to get people to not vote for him. But we're supposed to change. We're the only people who are supposed to only talk about the virtues of our candidate. Everybody else can run negative ads, not black people. Black people, you are only supposed to talk about the virtue of your candidate. And if you're doing anything else, it's because your candidate ain't no good. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I believe you should have something good to say about your candidate sometimes. You really should. But sometimes people are not motivated by good. I mean, if you just look at the way people vote. Think about it this way. And this is going to, it might not be the best. But voting, black voting, I'm going to guess, and it don't matter. The facts don't matter. More black people voted percentage-wise or wanted to vote when they couldn't vote. If you tell me I can't vote, I need to get to the polls. Let's march for our right to vote. We want to fight that negative thing. I think a lot of people have figured this out. The powers that be have figured some of this stuff out. That's why they don't tell you, they don't try to necessarily stop you from voting anymore. They tell you, oh, you can vote, no problem. I might put some roadblocks in your way, but I'm not going to tell you you're not allowed to vote. Because if I tell you you're not allowed to vote, guess what? People want to fight against the negative. Negative activates people to do something about it. I didn't make it up. It's just a fact. And if it's not a fact, it's not important. So I didn't make it up. So yes, the negative motivates people to vote, and everybody uses that. Everybody uses it. Why do you think y'all, and right now I'm talking to all of the people who keep trying to get us to vote for Trump, why do you think y'all keep talking about how bad Joe Biden is? Why do y'all keep talking about the bad economy? Why ain't y'all just talk about the good economy under Trump? Don't talk about how bad it is now, just talk about how good it was then. Because that negative, you believe, is going to get people out to vote. Don't talk about how old and feeble and absent-minded and not stable enough to run a country Joe Biden is. Talk about how much of a stable genius Trump is. That should be all y'all say. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. People don't campaign like that. And people don't campaign for their candidates like that. I'm about to play a video. I'm about to play a video. I'm not sure that I'll play the whole video because the whole video ain't necessarily all that important, right? But I'm about to play a video. I got receipts. I brought receipts. I'm about to play a video. What video am I about to play? Somebody put it in the chat. Tell me, what video am I about to play? Come on, I know y'all know. What video am I about to play? Come on, tell me, what video am I about to play? Wrestling? No, not wrestling. It's a good guess. The video I sent you the other day. No, not the video you sent the other day. It's also a good guess. Byron Donalds? No, not Byron Donalds. Mercedes Moné pinning Willow Nightingale to win the TBS Women's title. Nope, that's a good guess though. Tupac? No, not about to play Tupac. Come on, what video am I about to play? About to play a video. AB? No. I'm about to play, y'all guessing, and those are all good guesses. I'm about to play a video of people Republicans, who will not vote for Trump. Republicans who will not vote for Trump. See, y'all want to keep acting like, oh, Trump is this great this, and he's this great that, and he's winning over all of these black people, and, 70% of black people is going to vote for Trump, and, the Democrats ain't messaging good, and they ain't doing this, and they ain't doing that, and, oh, they're incompetent, and they're this, and they're that. But what about the Republicans who won't vote for their own candidate? Check this out.
I voted for Trump in 2016. Today, I couldn't be more ashamed of myself.
I am a registered Republican.
I'm a lifelong Republican. Matter of fact, I've never voted for a Democrat in my entire life.
I've been active all my life as a Republican.
I voted for Trump in 2016. Today, I couldn't be more ashamed of myself.
I voted for Donald Trump. Not my proudest moment. I will not be voting for him again.
I voted for Donald Trump in 2016 with the hope that he would truly make America great again.
Vote Republican 2016, not for Trump. I would not vote for Trump. There's several reasons why. Racist, bigot.
In 2016, I did not vote for Donald Trump.
Sexist, male chauvinist.
I felt there were other Republicans who were far more qualified.
Bully, agitator.
I did not feel that he was morally or mentally fit to be president of the United States.
Liar, corrupt.
However, when he was elected, I hope that the Republicans in the Congress would be able to help him be a good president.
Swindler, grifter.
Unfortunately, that did not happen.
He is showing us, and I believe God put him up there for a reason to show us what our government is lacking and what we are losing. This man has broke us down to the very marrow and exposed our weaknesses.
I grew up in the church. Character and morals and values are big to me and my family. The hardest thing to watch in the last 4 or 5 years with all of this has been the evangelical Christians sell out to this false prophet.
We're farmers and, like I said, conservative Republicans and Christians. And here we're being asked to follow a man that lies and has no morals and has just nothing good I can say about him.
I believe if Donald Trump is elected for 4 more years, that our country will go down the darkest path in its history. At least since the Civil War. I believe that.
His mishandling.
Again, I told you, probably wouldn't play the whole thing. They just go on and on and on and on about why they won't vote for Trump. See, the other side. The point, look, I don't know if those people actually vote for Trump or not. It don't matter. Here's the point that I'm trying to get to, because remember, my goal here, not to be entertaining, is to get you to think. And I want you to look at all sides of a thing. Sure, there are going to be some black people who are going to vote for Donald Trump. Sure. But there are going to be some Republicans that ain't going to vote for him. And just imagine if my point in playing that was to try to convince you that there's this great wave of Republicans that's not going to vote for Donald Trump. That would be a little flawed. Sure, there are some. And that's what I want you to think about when you keep hearing all of these people who want you to vote for Trump try to convince you that black people ain't voting for Trump. It's a reason why they trying to spread that message. I mean, think about it. How important is that message just in the grand scheme of things? How important is the message that there's a section of people that a portion of that section will vote for Donald Trump? How important is that message? Why would they be putting that message out there? Their goal is to convince you to vote for Donald Trump because other black people gonna do it. That's what they want. They want that's the entire goal of that whole movement of black people moving to the Trump, is to convince you. Again, I told you guys this before. What did I tell y'all before? What did I tell y'all before? Somebody put it in the chat. What did I tell y'all before? Come on, put it in the chat. I done told y'all this a lot of times. What I told y'all before was, I remember long time ago, long time ago. I don't even think this was an actual marketing class. I don't even think this was an actual marketing class. It was just a class on something, but I can't remember what it was. But they were teaching us about marketing. And there were all of these different techniques, I'm going to call them, that they use. And one of them was the bandwagon technique. The bandwagon thing. And at that time, well, they used an old advertising campaign. Y'all remember the advertising campaign? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Drink Dr. Pepper. Everyone's doing it. You should do it too. That is a legitimate marketing campaign that they use. It's called the bandwagon. It might be called the bandwagon technique, but I'm calling it a technique. And if I say it, it doesn't have to be factual, because facts don't matter. The bandwagon technique. Everybody know, if I can convince you that everybody else is doing it, you become more comfortable with doing it. Everybody's doing it. This is the in thing. This is the hit thing. This is the hip thing. Everybody drinking that new Crown Royal. Oh, I got to try that new Crown Royal. Why? Because everybody drinking it. That actually works on people. I promise you, it works on people. And that's why they keep telling you that black people are going to vote for Trump. When they tell you that, they don't even tout what good Trump will do. All they want you to know or believe is that a whole lot of black people going to vote for Trump. Ooh, I don't want to be the only black person that don't vote for Trump. So when you go, I'm going to say in the booth, you vote for Trump because you don't want to be left out. I'm not telling you not to vote for Trump. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I don't care if you don't vote. Matter of fact, I encourage some people, don't vote. And I'm not here to push Biden. I'm just here because I want you to think about, when you're watching these commercials and listen to these commentators, think about what they're trying to do. Think about what they're saying. Why are they saying it? Think. Come to your own conclusion. Like Ron has come to his own conclusion. There will be no election. I'm not telling Ron he's wrong. He saw some information or some signs or something in the Bible, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it was. He saw something that led him to believe with every fiber in his being, to the point where he will guarantee people the terrorist attacks and there won't be an election because Joe Biden's going to use the War Powers Act, all of that stuff. He's thinking for himself. I want you to think for yourself. Don't let these people on either side trick you into voting because of something that's nothing. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Also, okay, I'll talk about the cop because I got a couple other things that I want to talk about. But I'll talk about I did finally see the video. I don't have the video here and saved. But I did finally see the video of the law enforcement officials downtown allegedly arresting somebody because of weed or something. Here's what I'll tell you. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you don't jump to a conclusion. Wait till the investigation is over before you jump to a conclusion. Here, I'll start telling you that when they do it on the other side. Right? I'm telling you right now, I don't know what happened. And everybody want to be fair to the police. Let's be fair. Let's be fair to the police. LaDonna want to know where can I find it. Hold on, let me see if I can find this video real quick. I didn't intend on playing it, but LaDonna wants to know where can she find it. See, I want to find the raw video, not a news report about it. Yeah, I see it on Fox 19 and WLWT. I see a news report about it, but I don't want to play a new. Well, I don't have time. I don't have all day. So let's do this. That's a commercial. Okay, hold on. I'll play a news report of it. I didn't intend on playing it. And I'm Ron, I can't go to Facebook and pull a video down and save it in a format that I can play it right here. I'm a little limited just in terms of what I can do here. Kimberly says I sent it to you, but again, I can't do it the way that it seems like I should be able to do it, which would be simple, but because of this platform, and I didn't do it ahead of time. So give me just a minute. Give me just a minute. So close that. What? Give me just a minute. Now, it's not that I'm having conversion problems. Bit my tongue. It's not that I'm having conversion problems. It's just this platform that I'm using, I'm limited in terms of, had I done it in advance, it's not a problem, but to just do it on the fly. So give me just a moment, really just a moment. Looks like it's there. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. Give me just a minute. Upload video. Open that. All right. Analyze the video. Process it. I don't know what y'all can actually see right now. But it's processing the video. And it's moving slow. Okay, looks like it's there.
On a viral video captured in downtown Cincinnati. Check it out. All right, so this is showing Cincinnati officers engaging with a man who police say became aggressive.
Yeah, now there are some questions, though, surrounding this video. Brittany Harry is live at Government Square for us with the answers.
Well, yeah, so the incident happened here at Government Square, and I spoke to Cincinnati FOP President Ken Kober about the officer's response and also spoke to the man who took the video. Now, it is important to note that the officers that are seen in this video are not facing any disciplinary action at this point, so we aren't going to be identifying them for that reason. But CPD does say that the incident is under investigation by the department and the Citizen Complaint Authority.
Got no gun, bro. He ain't got no gun. He ain't got no gun, though.
A lot of questions have come up as to why was his gun drawn. Well, Government Square has been a place where violent crimes have occurred. Officers are taking guns off of people at Government Square constantly.
This video is making the rounds on social media, showing tense moments between Cincinnati police and a man at Government Square. FOP President Ken Kober says officers were investigating disorderly conduct.
He engaged him in a conversation, at which point the arrested got extremely aggressive and disorderly. And as you see in the video, the sergeant started calling for cars to respond.
The original post has now been shared more than 18,000 times on Facebook, with some people questioning the officer's actions. Eddie Lee shot the video. He says he decided to start recording when he noticed the situation escalating. Before that, Lee says the officers approached him and his friend, Johnny Taylor, the man at the center of this video.
For a
nowhere the policeman just came over, like, and accusing us of smoking weed, like, and nobody was smoking any weed right then. And so the guy just stepped up and was saying, "You can't talk to us like that. We wasn't doing anything."
The video is just under 4 minutes long. In it, Taylor is tased and maced, Kober says, after ignoring commands from officers. Kober says officers were eventually able to arrest him.
When you look at that video, do you see any wrongdoing?
I didn't see any officers that did anything. Like I said, they showed remarkable restraint. The other officer that I know has been the subject of this social media viralness is the other officer that has his gun drawn, not pointed at anybody, has it down in what's called a low ready position. It's pointed towards the ground. And what he's doing is he's protecting the officers that are engaging with a guy who's trying to resist arrest. That's something that's commonly done.
Lee says he has some concerns with how the situation was handled.
It was too little to be escalated that high. I just want how you handle people. You always got to think about it. Like, it's just like one of your people too.
So Cincinnati police have acknowledged that they've seen the video and shared a statement to Fox 19 saying in part, quote, "We as an agency understand that a video such as this generates many comments, concerns, and opinions and can diminish the public's trust. We are committed to transparency, and the safety of our officers and citizens will always remain a top priority. Situations such as this allow us all to have honest conversations to grow together, learn together, and maximize our full potential as a strong city." So Taylor is facing charges in connection to this incident, as is Lee, the man who shot the video. Those charges include resisting arrest and obstructing official business. Again, the officers involved not facing any disciplinary action at this time.
All right, so that's, why do I still have Ron D's name up there? I apologize, Ron. I didn't mean to keep your name up there this entire time. So that is the video. I see where someone asks about Orlando. Just look for the only person who had their weapon out, their firearm, their gun. And my take on it, look, it's easy for everybody to blame the citizen. Blame the citizen. Blame the citizen. That's easy. And of course, for law enforcement, when you see law enforcement and it looks like they're acting out of line, hold on, we don't know the whole story. Hold on, we don't have all the facts. Hold on, wait till the investigation is over. Hold on, let's not rush the judgment. Hold on, let's, you know what I'm saying? That you got all of this pause. And I would be okay with that. Technically, I am okay with that. But why don't you see that same pause on the other side? Now, y'all remember the shooting up at Kroger? Norwood? Coleraine? Y'all remember that? It was a shootout. And when police were talking about it, did they say, let's withhold judgment until we get all the facts in? Did they say that? No, they said, look, this is what happened. It was a guy, he had a gun, he was shooting at us, we had to shoot back. Hold on. Let's withhold judgment. Did you hear anybody else during that time, when that incident happened, say, look, I don't have nothing to say about it. Let's withhold judgment until we get all the information. Did you hear that? I didn't hear it. I'm not saying nobody said it, but I didn't hear it if they did. People jump to conclusions like, now maybe the conclusions ended up being correct. Maybe they did. But nobody told people not to jump to conclusions. They told you, here is the conclusion. Run with it. It was a dude with a gun and we had to shoot him. That's the story. That's the facts that you need. There's your conclusion. Now run with it. I didn't see a single statement like, we're still gathering all of the facts and we don't want to do. I didn't see that. So why is it okay to jump to conclusions when we think police is wrong or right, and not when we think they're wrong. We shouldn't jump to any conclusions until we have all the facts. But that sounds crazy, don't it? They tell you somebody got in a shootout with police, and you supposed to wait for all the facts. That sounds crazy. That's crazy. No, we just automatically supposed to know the police was right. And then, of course, you're going to have people lecturing us. This is how you act when police do this. And even if the police is wrong, you supposed to do this. And even if this and that. Like, come on. Where's your lecturing for the police when they wrong? And that guy securing the perimeter, well, he can't be wrong, right? He can't be wrong. He's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. His job is to secure the perimeter because they down there on Government Square and anything could happen. His job is to secure the perimeter. What if the police were doing something illegal to that guy? He can't be wrong, right? Ask that Asian dude if he can't be wrong when they killed George Floyd. All that Asian dude was doing was securing the perimeter. That's all he was doing. Didn't he get found? Ain't he going to jail? But he can't be wrong. He can't be wrong. But remember, we're supposed to wait until all the information come out. If we're supposed to, before we jump to any conclusion, we're supposed to wait till all the information come out. How can you then tell me that guy can't be wrong because he's just doing his job? Ain't that a conclusion? When did that stop being a conclusion? That guy ain't doing nothing wrong. That's a conclusion that we're not supposed to jump to until we get all the information. Twin.
What's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
You calm down now?
I was calm the entire time.
Holler for no reason.
I was calm the entire time.
Y'all why you gotta come at Ron like that, man?
I don't know how you perceived that I came at Ron.
No. He be basing his opinion. Don't mean it's a fact. And then you push his button and you know he go take off like a 357.
Well, I apologize for allowing him to speak as long as he wanted. I was wrong.
Well, you know he got that problem, then you mess around and hype it up, and now he go take off on you.
I apologize for hyping it up by shutting up and letting him talk. I apologize.
But based on his opinion, he can base his opinion. He can base his facts.
I never said that he couldn't. Or did I? Did I say that he couldn't do that?
See, man, that's what I'm talking about. That back and forth girly stuff you talking about. I know you didn't say that.
Hold on, you're right. I'm asking questions, and it's going to take a minute for the new afternoon experiment to fully kick in. I'm asking clarifying questions. That's negative. I shouldn't do it. Go ahead.
Maybe you come to work all the time. Maybe you'll have a flow.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It'd be a good afternoon experience.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the floor.
What you think I'm doing? If you give me a chance, I ain't about to spaz out like you do.
Well, go ahead. But you got the floor.
He be trying to base his opinion, man. What he thinks might happen. Because, like, we don't know what might happen tomorrow. It might not be election, man. We don't know what. They say it's 90 degrees tomorrow, but, hey, it might snow tomorrow. We don't know that. So that's what he probably say. It might not be an election. It might be a war. We don't know what's ahead of us tomorrow. I might not be here. You might not be here. Just because you say you go to the game tomorrow, is it guaranteed or whatever you go? But you got your hopes up high that Lord's will that you make it to the game tomorrow. That's what he basically saying. But you want to, yeah. That's not true, Ron. That's not true, Ron.
I didn't tell him that wasn't. Oh, now that's me. I'm correcting him.
Come on, man.
I apologize for correcting you. You're right. I
Man,
told
know
him
how-
that. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
I
I know
apologize,
how
sir.
people is, man. I'm from the street, and I know people, man.
I
I
apologize.
know how people is. It's called catch up. If you engage with people that's hood or whatever, and stop being around them Yankees, whoever, somebody prepping, you'll know somebody, man. But I've been around a lot of people, different people, and never engage. Try to learn different stuff. But you want to be extra all the time. Let's move on, man. With this FOP, whatever his damn name, that new FOP. Hey, man. He said they trying to get the guns off Government Square, right? Huh?
Sure. Yes.
Didn't you? Okay. Emanuel, since Aldous Rowley been on that Government Square, has she ever mentioned one time a gun was found at Government Square?
I don't
Has
know.
she ever mentioned any one of them kids?
I don't
Hell
know.
to the no, she has.
Okay,
They
didn't
gone,
know.
they gone with that pump faking. I ain't talking about you. They gone with that pump faking stuff they doing, man. See how they try to lie and stuff, try to keep us away from somewhere and everything for stuff like that. We try to be happy and they're having fun. Now all of a sudden there's guns on at Government Square. You got FBI around the building. Why they ain't never found them around here? They 24/7 securing that place. Come on, man. These people crazy out here. I'll be glad when this election, Lord, we knows I'll be glad when this election over with. So people go back to their happy go lives or whatever. The way things going on, it's sad, man. It's sad how things is or whatever. People just can't be happy every day. Trump, fight. Man, not one time y'all said something about these kids. Only thing I'll say, y'all got some badass kids. These parents need to get them. No, man, go on, man. I'm just sick and tired. I just fall back and just pray for my enemies and the kids, whoever else don't like me, man. Because it's a shame, man. It's a shame how we are. And people press you, go vote. You go lose this. Your right. What right? Man, go on, man. I don't know. One day I'll get it, one day I won't. But right now, I'm not getting it or whatever. And so it is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Yes, sir.
That's all I had to say. You got something to say?
No.
Or I know you'll say something smart, so get it out, mister.
No, I thank you for your call.
No. Thank you for your. Go ahead and say something smart so I can just check you right now.
Tell me what you would like me to say, and I'll say it.
No, I ain't gonna say nothing, Mr. Extra. I'm cool.
Okay.
You just have a good week. It's just crazy, and I'm just listening to him what he just said. Like we trying to get the guns off Government Square. Not one time I was mentioning a gun on Government Square. I know someone probably ain't never showed no gun, none of that like that. I ain't never mentioned. Oh, so this gun's on Government Square. Oh, come on, man. Stop it. Just say y'all want the kids away from there, but y'all can't because they gotta go home and catch the bus. And then I just pray it be a good, happy summer for everybody, man, because it's about to get hot, and it's just heating up right now, man. And the only thing they looking for is just to come up. And if they like you, man, if they tell you get down, man. So it ain't worth getting tased or getting shot. And basically right now, they aiming to kill, because them tasers ain't working. I don't know whatever happened to the electricity is, but they not working for the last couple of people I saw getting tased. So they ready to shoot to kill, ask questions later type. But I know.
I
know
want to
the
ask you a
feeling
question
about-
so bad, but I know that asking questions is negative, so I won't.
No, go ahead and preach, man.
No, not gonna do it.
No, go ahead, man.
No,
Real talk. Go ahead, man.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it.
Just do it.
I am not going to do it.
What was it about, man?
I apologize for even bringing it up.
Just do it, man.
No, sir.
No, you ain't got to apologize, man. Just go ahead and do it.
No, sir.
I know you're going to say something crazy. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, if they tell you get out, man, just get out or whatever. 'Cause I've been through that situation. They told me to get off their block. I ain't listened to them the first time, but the second time when they came around, hey, I had to, get a 2-piece. I'll tell you about the 2-piece, right?
Yes, sir. I remember.
Yeah. I had to get a two-piece when once they tell you get off that corner, get away, man. But I wish they can go back to old ways, man, without them. Well, I won't say without the body count. People get roughed up, that. But they used to, rock you to sleep or whatever. They had to when they locked you up back in the day when I was growing up, man. How these young folks is today, they would never knew what took place about 20 years ago, maybe. No, say 25 years ago. But, to each his own. You have a good weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Joyner.
Family and Facebook chat. It's Twin, man. Ain't Mr. Joyner. It's Twin.
Okay, Mr. Twin.
I'm holler at you, man.
Have a great weekend.
Be safe.
Sir. All right. See? No negative, no entertainment. Just thinking. But yeah. I don't like that whole, I don't like the idea of just do what they tell you to do. Because that extends to so much. And it doesn't hold people accountable that needs to be held accountable. People always got excuses to make for police. Now, look, I don't know if police were right or if they were wrong. It seemed, from the outside looking in, aggressive for no reason. But it's okay for law enforcement to escalate situations because you can always justify it. You can always justify it. I did hear some discussion earlier today about whether or not it's okay for police to block your camera. And that's something I'll have to look into. I know that there are certain places in California, they have what's called the Bain Act. Law enforcement can't block your camera. It's against the law. I don't know if we have a law like that here in Ohio. And the idea that recording is somehow obstruction or interference. And there are actual people who feel this way. And if they feel that way, it's got to be correct just because it does. You don't correct people. But I don't feel that way. Just imagine a world. Imagine a world where George Floyd is being killed and that Asian cop is allowed to come up to that woman and cover up her camera. And that's perfectly legal. She ain't doing nothing. She's not interfering. But they're just allowed to come up and cover up her camera because they don't want her camera to capture what's happening. That's the world. Is that the world that we want? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who feel like that's the way it should be. You know, you can't record police from close up. What the heck? They can push you back. How far do you think they should be able to push you back? 10 feet, 20 feet, 50 yards, 100 yards, 200 yards, 3 football fields back. You can record. You can record from back there. That's what they should be able to do. And somehow we all okay with it. Like, yeah. That's what we like. That's what we would like our police officers to be able to do. Oh, and don't be recording saying, "Hey, stop. He ain't got no gun. Stop." Now you might get shot. But that's okay. Because you was recording and you was close. And we're okay with making up obstruction charges. We're okay with them making up obstruction charges, recording the police doing what they're doing in their official capacity in the public. It's now obstruction. Well, it's not just obstruction because he was recording. It's obstruction because he was saying, hey, stop. Hey, stop. And y'all cool with that? Really? Y'all cool with that? And if you are, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. Myosha says, who said we cool with that? The people that I'm asking are that they're cool with that. They've said it. They said that it was fine, that they didn't have a problem with it. They believe recording those police officers close is against the law. They believe that the police got a right and should have a right to block you from recording what they're doing. There are people who have said that. Those are the people that I'm asking. Y'all cool with that? That's what y'all want. Andre says it feels hopeless. They investigate themselves and always find no wrongdoing. Always. Well, not always. Sometimes they find wrongdoing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to correct you. I apologize for correcting you. I'm sorry. You said always. It's got to be always. I apologize for correcting you. Because correct information is not necessary, because that will distract you from the point that you're trying to make. Given actual correct factual information. I don't want to do that. Twin says, Emanuel Livingston, go to Illinois and record the cop to see what happens. I don't intend on doing that anytime soon, but I appreciate the invitation. Andre says, most of the time they find no wrongdoing. Well, if you're correcting yourself, then I think that might be okay. I just can't correct you. So I think correcting yourself makes it okay. Ron says, what did the Supreme Court rule on, I'm going to say recording. No, he says videoing, so I have to say videoing. Police. Likewise, the 11th Circuit held that civilians have a First Amendment right to record the police because the First Amendment protects the right to gather information about what public officials do on public property. He says Smith v. I believe that's Smith v. Cummins. But we are not in the 11th Circuit. I believe this is the 6th Circuit, right? I think we're in the 6th Circuit. So that ruling covers the 11th Circuit. Then there are a number of the different courts that have made those rulings, but we don't have a ruling from the 6th Circuit if we are the 6th Circuit. I believe we're the 6th Circuit, but my brain don't work like that anymore since I had 17th degree COVID. So we don't have one of those rulings here in the 6th Circuit. And I think that means technically we're not covered by that ruling. And based on what I've heard from a few people today, we shouldn't be covered by that ruling. There are people who are legitimately okay with police covering your camera, arresting you for recording, pushing you back, blocking you. There are people who are genuinely okay with that. Brent,
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel?
how are you doing, sir?
I'm all right. According to the Google, yeah, Cincinnati is in the Sixth Circuit. So, hopefully the Google isn't lying to us, but the Sixth Circuit. What are we going to talk about? Because now that the format of the show has changed, I don't want to get you too excited by going directly to the wrestling report.
I'm working on not being excitable at all.
But no, oh goodness, we can't even talk about deceptive video editing or people pushing false narratives. Can we talk about that now?
Say that one more time, sir, please. I'm sorry, I was Ron wrote a long post and I was trying to read portion of it, so my attention was taken away from what you were saying. So if you could repeat that.
No problem. I was saying, are we allowed to talk about how people create false narratives and creatively edited vehicles to make something seem worse than what it is? Can we talk about that?
You may.
Okay. All right. But there's I don't know if it was a MAGA outrage or Republican outrage yesterday talking about, did you see Joe Biden over in France and he turned his back on the World War II veterans and while Taps was being played, and it's all over Fox and it's on CNN, and didn't you see it? I'm like, okay, I didn't hear anything about that. And when they mention CNN and MSNBC, that's supposed to give it legitimacy in people who tend to vote Democratic. So I went and looked and I didn't find anything, but then I finally did find something. There are some videos on these right-wing websites showing Joe Biden, he actually did turn his back on the World War II veterans. And I was just appalled and shocked until I realized that Joe Biden and the other world leaders were on a stage and the veterans were sitting on risers behind Joe Biden. So in order to face the audience, guess what Joe Biden had to do?
Turn out?
Yeah, he had to turn his back on the veterans. So it was just like, really? And then they tried to show him because they, after he got there on stage, Joe Biden was about to sit down. And you know how you're about to sit down and then someone says something, you're like, oh, I can't sit down now. So he's at that awkward stage, like, do I need to stand back up? Do I need to sit back down? And they're like, well, what's going on with Joe Biden? What's going on there? But they stopped the video right where it looks like he froze. But when you actually see the complete video, Joe Biden he's about to sit down there, and they introduced someone else. And Joe Biden was acting like he's going to sit down. And then he was like, oh, can I sit down? And then everyone sat down along with Joe Biden. So just, it's just amazing what people will do in order to stick true to their narrative and their framing, just to try to make their guy look better than what they are. And, like I've always said with Joe Biden, and, they'll never admit it about Trump because Trump doesn't do anything wrong. Everything is conspiracy. Everything is they're out to get Trump. They've been out to get him, for forever. And he's Donald Trump is a friend to black people, and we're out there buying his shoes, and, we want to be just like him. And hell, he gave us chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A and milkshakes, even though most of us are lactose intolerant, so, he likes chicken, we like chicken. So we got to ride with Trump. But, even with that, you remember when Hillary Clinton was running and you had not only Trump, but you had the Sean Hannitys and the Tucker Carlsons of the world. They were saying it's going to be a constitutional crisis if Hillary is elected because she'll be under felony indictment and she'll have to go back and forth. And we've never had this situation. It's a constitutional crisis. So I'm expecting any day now that Trump will have a moment of personal reflection and personal accountability, and he will say, yeah, what I said back in 2016, I agree with everything I say, and I'm going to gracefully bow out of this next election. So Ron D could possibly be right that there's not going to be an election because Joe Biden won't have an opponent.
Well, I don't know if he's right or not, but he said it, and therefore it must be true. Who am I to correct another person?
Yeah, but yeah, you're supposed to be getting out of here. So it's time for the wrestling report.
All right.
Man, I really don't have much because my son's been out of town during camps and graduation and everything, and I'm trying to think what has recently come up, and I have nothing on wrestling. So my apologies. Apologies. And LaDonna, I really want to apologize to you because I know this is your favorite segment, and you know I haven't been able to call in for a couple of weeks. So the next time I call in, I will make sure I take extensive notes, and I will sit back and meditate and reflect on each match and see if I can project where each angle is going, even the jobber angles. We'll even cover the Twitter speed champion, what's his name, Ricochet, 3-minute matches. So maybe that could be LaDonna's foray into wrestling because she only has to watch for 3 minutes at a time. So, but yeah, but that's all I got.
Well, Brent, I appreciate your call, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good one. That's Brent. Y'all, I got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. I am late. That was my appointment. I am late for my appointment. I want everyone to have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm just going to say, take in the information that you want. Accept whatever you want to accept as factual. Be positive and be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.